Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have the brand new Arrma VORTEKS 4x4 3S BLX. That's a mouthful, but I'm super excited to get this vehicle. I have the Granite, the Arrma Granite. I bought it last year back in March, so it wasn't the V3, it was the V2 version. And you know, it was a great vehicle, but there's some updates that they did in the new 3S lineup, especially with this VORTEKS here, that I'm really looking forward to go over with you guys. So this is probably the most important panel on the box because it goes over everything that's new or with the VORTEKS. It comes with a DX3 remote, which I'm looking forward to because the old remote was not so great. But this has some telemetry built into it. It has active vehicle control, so it's going to keep your vehicle nice and straight. And then I guess there is an app that can connect to it, which I don't know. I'm going to have to test that out. I mean, it looks cool. It looks like you can even get some speed data. I don't know. It says some upgrades need to be made, so we'll go ahead and check that out. But new Spektrum Electronics 2 all metal geared servo, so that's nice. It says it's 15% more torque than the V2 versions of the 3S BLX lineup, so that'll be welcome, you know. Then you have a 100 amp Arrma Spektrum ESC, and then you have a 3200 kV brushless motor. So without further ado, let me go ahead and break the seal on this box. It was brand new. I picked it up at my local hobby shop down here in South Florida. So I went over to Goat Hobbies and they were able to get me this the day it came out, but you know, life was in the way, so I couldn't open it up until today. But anyway, let's go ahead, and I got the red version, and they did a kind enough thing of writing it on the outside of the box. So, you know, and another good thing is, or a cool thing is, it says 60 plus miles per hour. You probably watched a bunch of videos by now. Doesn't seem like it quite gets there. I know there's an optional pinion, but you know, and you're going to need some 3S power too. I'm going to go ahead and use some new Spektrum batteries that I got too, smart batteries. I already had a couple, but I said, hey, may as well get some more for all my my vehicles that take IC5 connections. So one with a 5050C 3S and a 5050C 2S. So I'm going to go ahead and get those charged up. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open up the box here. So it's always fun to open up a brand new RC, and wow, that looks awesome. I'm really liking the red, white, and blue paint scheme here. So it just kind of fit me for the colors and things that I like. So I know there's a green, black, and blue model, I think. Let me check the box here. Yeah, and then there's a purple, pink, and gray. So this just kind of worked out for me. Yeah, it was green, blue, and white. So really excited about it. But let's go ahead. It looks like they have this here to kind of keep the tires in line. And that's it. The unboxing for Arrma vehicles is not too exciting. You know, it's pretty straightforward, but I mean, look at this thing. It just looks like a beast. It looks like a tank. Then you got all of your other stuff here. So another cool feature here too, I like this on the back. So you have this nice new wing, and then the Don't Just Bash Blast emblem on the back there. And look at this beefed up wheelie bar. I mean, just wow. Compared to the V2 version I have of the Granite, I mean, this wheelie bar really looks like they put some thought into making this nice and stiff so it can sustain all that extra power. So, and then, you know, you have that typical Arrma chassis on the bottom, really meant to take some abuse. So, and a little bit of ASMR for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and peel off the wrap here to unveil that body. Wow. Something I didn't even realize. I didn't know that they put some, there's some hard plastic up here on the top of the body, so in case you roll it to protect it, along with this this awesome new bolted on wing here. So that's really cool. So I like that, and you know, it is awesome that they always have these clip-in body clips. I wish there was a clipless design, but I mean, these are nice that you're never going to lose them. So let me go ahead and pop this off. See what's underneath the body here. mean, this thing is awesome. I even like the BLX there. The original Arrma VORTEKS, that's kind of cool. So really cool body. And then, you know, your basic 3S setup here for Arrma vehicles, but with some changes. You got this awesome new ESC. I mean, that looks like a beast there. And then you have that new Spektrum motor. I like the way that there's a heatsink and fan on the motor. And then, you know, you got a nice way of keeping the ESC nice and cool. There's a fan on top of that too. So, you know, shocks, plastic drive shafts. So, but you got, you know, your metal turnbuckles here. So, and these tires, nice and stiff. It looks like they're vented. You can hear the air coming out of them. So you're going to go through some water. You'll be good to go there. But always a beefy chassis that they have here on the Arrma vehicles. Let's see. I mean, yeah, it's really really nice, stiff but plush suspension. So it should be great under load. Oh, dropping my knife here. Let's keep that out of the way. So let's see what else comes in the box. Go ahead and open this up here. And here's your new DX3 Spektrum remote. So you got some telemetry on the side. You go ahead and tell your battery level. That's really nice. That's a really nice feature. Brake rate, steering trim, throttle trim, which, I mean, I don't know why you would have that up, but anyway, at least you got it there. And then also you can set your ABC rate. So if you wanted to have more control or less vehicle control, you can go ahead and do that with the active vehicle control. So, and then this AB here, I don't know what that'll control, but anyway, I'll try to see what that does. And then you got a bind button right here. So really nice. I mean, foam wheel, feels good. You're going to need to supply your own batteries, you know, so I got some Duracells back here ready to go. So I can go ahead and plug these into the remote. And then what else you got? So you got some extra pieces in here. Oh, looks like it includes the optional pinion. So if you wanted to change out to that speared pinion, it looks like it's in here. So you got some spacers for your shocks, it looks like. This nice little tool here. Ah, that's cool. So in case you got to do some extra or some work on the vehicle, they give you a couple of things to start out. But oh, that's a really cool tool that they included. Heavy duty, nice metal tool there. Oh, they included some extra body pin clips or retainers. So that's nice because, you know, you'll wind up going through these and it's like $4 or $5 for a set of 4 of them. So although I gotta say, I don't know if it's any easier, but getting them in and out of the body can be tough. So, you know, it's probably the similar process, but it's still nice that they include. Let's see how many extra in there. It looks like you got 1, 2, looks like you got 4. So you got your shock spacers and then you got a 22 pinion, it looks like. So yeah, they have an optional 22 pinion. It says 20 there. So that's really nice, and the set screw is already in there. So really cool. And then you got your owner's manual here. So, you know, if you're new to RC, read your owner's manual. So it'll go over some basic information, setting it up, how to charge your lipos, run times, how to set your endpoints for your steering, stuff like that. So really cool, you know. Steering, you know, goes over some of your basics. I mean, I think everybody knows how to put in batteries, but just in case. Just in case. And it also go over some maintenance stuff too. And also how to set up your ESC, some of the additional settings in it. So really cool. So definitely read over your instruction manual. And then it looks like you got some extra, I don't know if there's an exploded view, technical pack, how to, yeah, so it looks like you got some extra information. You need to take apart the drivetrain here, change out anything, you know, mess with your slipper clutch or spur gears, and then also how to take out the drive shaft. It looks like it's still a plastic drive shaft that's in there. And here you go, an exploded view with all the part numbers. So when you break something, because inevitably you're going to break something, you can look up the exploded view and you can see what part numbers of the products that you're going to need. So, which is nice because it should be the same throughout the 3S lineup, so you shouldn't need anything new are different parts. I'm sure some of them are, obviously the body. But yeah, so, and they're readily available. They're usually pretty well stocked because you know, people do bash these vehicles and they do break a lot of different pieces. But I'm going to go ahead and get these battery charged up and take it for a test run. Guys, if you are new to the hobby, you are going to need your own charger and battery. Forgot to go over that. So obviously I went over the batteries that I got. But the charger I use is the Spektrum S2100. I know that they have some new G2 chargers, but if you have a PC, you can go ahead and upgrade this one so it can charge the newer G2 batteries. One thing that was always annoying with the Spektrum batteries is that they do have a real short lead here. So, and that with this charger, you did need to have an adapter, and it's not included with the charger. So you have to buy a separate IC3 to IC5 adapter in order to charge your batteries. So really wish Spektrum included that, but hey, they don't. So just some things to keep in mind. And then also when you have the Spektrum batteries, the smart batteries, a nice thing is you can go into your settings and you can actually go ahead and set it where it will discharge within a certain amount of time. So, which is a really nice feature. And I'm trying to look for it right now. You can go ahead and change, let me see if it's like that. There you go, Smart 1. And auto storage, 72 hours. I don't know if you could see that there on the screen, but so you can click the middle wheel and you can set it where once it's charged, if you don't use it, it'll discharge within a certain amount of time. I have it set for 72 hours, some people put 48 hours, some people put 24 hours, but that's going to preserve the life of your battery in case you don't wind up running it right after you charge it. So really nice feature that's built into this to get your batteries to storage charge without having to go through and actually do it. It does it all on its own. So it's LiPo batteries made simple. Can't recommend them anymore. Again, one of the frustrating things is you do have to have that extra extension cable and the really short leads, but hey, that's not really that big of a deal. All right. Alrighty, so I've got my 2S battery all strapped in. Little tip, you can actually put your battery wires underneath the straps, and also you want to maybe pull up a little bit on the actual latch for the strap. This way you give yourself a little bit of room, because when you're trying to put the battery in there, the strap sometimes pulls through and it becomes a little bit difficult to put it back on. So, alright, well, let's give it its first rip. Alrighty, here we go. So I got my son out here. This is on 2S. Thing is a blast. Ton of power on 2S. Really stable. I mean, oh, first flip. Let's see from that flip any damage. No, we did pretty good. We did pretty good, maybe a little bit. Not really a wheelie monster on the 2S pack. In fact, not at all. That's, I mean, it's that planted one-handed driving here with the VX3. But yeah, I mean, let's see if we can get it some speed. It's about full speed. So pretty quick, definitely, I would say in the 30s. I have a GPS coming in, I'll have to check it out. But so this is pretty cool. So it lets you know we're low on battery here. The car itself is slowed down dramatically. But yeah, the blinking lets you know battery's done. And on this 2S pack, pretty much ran all out the whole entire time. Yeah, about, I don't know, 11 minutes or so. So not bad. If you got a 2S 5000 and you got it floored the whole entire time, you can expect about 11 minutes of runtime. So I might have started a little later. I might have been driving for a minute already before I started the timer, but I would say anywhere from that 11 to, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes depending on your driving. But yeah, now we're completely out of juice. So the thing is awesome. I mean, this wasn't really a bash, just kind of a street driving and skidding around on the wet pavement. You know, probably will wind up getting it out on some dirt and jumping it around and seeing how it does. I mean, these things are beasts. So but yeah, tons of fun, plenty of fast on 2S. Haven't really tried it out on 3S. I got that GPS coming. I'm gonna go ahead and check out some speeds on it. But thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, have a good one. The battery was pretty warm, but you know, the fan kept the ESC, the motor, you know, definitely hot to the touch. And I did notice this on the inside, which is also just awesome. So yeah, after just checking it, I mean, I'd have to get out my heat gun. I'd be curious to see, but definitely ran pretty hot. So I mean, and we're down here in South Florida, so it's going to be pretty warm in general, but I bet you can hit that overheating. So just keep that in mind when you're running it. You know, if you're going to go battery to battery, you're probably going to hit that with the ESC, because things tend to run pretty warm, and that was only on 2S. So but yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching.